at night. Every morning and every night, I go live on YouTube. But at night, we started playing poker. But a lot of you have said to me, I don't know how to play poker, Jeff. Well, you're about to learn. And this is for the person that knows absolutely nothing about poker. If you are from India or Ghana and you say, Jeff, I don't know what poker is, I don't want to play it, stop. Go watch my live stream from this morning. We talked about opening our minds and horizons to other things. But in order to do that, you have to learn about the topic at hand. You guys were teaching me about rugby and cricket. But in order for me to understand, I need to take time and I need to learn the rules. I need to spend time watching the game. I need to spend time talking to people who know about cricket, to people that have been watching rugby. Well, for you, for poker, you have to do the same thing. You have to spend time learning. Once you do, you'll be able to enjoy a lifetime of poker. Let's dive in, okay? Here we go. And I did this especially for you guys. Okay, to begin playing poker, you need to understand what's inside a deck of cards. All right? I laid it all out as easy as can be. This, my friends, is a complete deck of cards. Notice some things here. Let's take a look. This is what we're going to use to play. All right? I laid them all out in order so you, the beginner, can start to understand all the pieces that are involved in playing poker. Here you go. There's 52 cards, and I have them all perfectly arranged. So, let's understand about each card, okay? Let's look. Notice something. That each type of card, the lowest number in the deck of cards are twos. Hey, Mr. Jordan, what's up? Mr. Jordan, I'm helping our friends learn how to play poker. I tried it this morning, and it was a failure. The people were just lost, and they just shut their minds off. So I said, I think we're going to have to really dumb it down. We're going to have to back up, and I'm making this video as a starting point for anyone to learn Texas Hold'em. So, Mr. Jordan, feel free to help out here. Anything you want to contribute. I've laid out. Now, guys, this is not a live stream for music and to have fun and the normal things we do. This is a tutorial. This is a Texas Hold'em class that I'm holding here. I usually don't go live at this time. I'm doing this as a kind of a preview to help people learn. What's up, Waddles? There was a crash right next to me. Waddles, I know this isn't the typical live stream. This is a class. This is a poker class that we're in right now. And I hate to hear that. I don't want to hear bad news. I hope everybody's okay on the crash. But guys, let's not get off the topic here. We're teaching our people who know nothing about poker. And if you know nothing about poker, please let me know if any of this is making sense to you. Waddles, you don't have to be scared. You're safe. All right? I know there was a crash nearby, but you're safe right now. You can relax and watch in on the fun here. Let's try to get your mind off of the horrible crash you just saw. All right, guys. I've laid out a deck of cards. These are the instruments you're going to use to play poker. What do we notice? The lowest card is a 2. How you doing, Nate? This is a poker class that we're in. This isn't my usual live stream. I'm teaching people how to play Texas Hold'em. And in order to do that, you have to understand what's inside a deck of cards. Notice there's 4 twos. There's 4 of every single card. Let's walk through the deck of cards in order from the lowest card to the highest. Twos are the lowest. Threes, fours, fives, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here's where it gets tricky. Now keep in mind these are in order. What's after a 10? Jacks. Jacks are higher than 10s. And if you're counting in order, 8, 9, 10, jack. Think of jacks as the number 11. What beats a jack? Queens. Think of queens as the number 12. 12 is higher than 11. 11 is higher than 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, and the highest cards, which you could be considered 14, are aces. They're the highest. But notice that there's 4 of each kind. But remember something. These are called suits. Diamond, spade, heart, club. They don't have any particular value. A club is not higher than a heart, or a spade is not lower than a club. They're all equal value. So now you have an understanding of the deck before we begin to play poker. Aces can be considered the highest. If you want to think of them as 14, fine. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. All right, so now that you see all the different players of the game, we could start to understand what beats what when you play Texas Hold'em. Let's start with the basic rule. In most poker games, I don't care what game you're playing, the whole object is to make your best 5 cards, which is called a hand. I don't care if you're playing a game that gives you 20 cards. Hey Barry, you want to make your best 5 cards, which is called a hand. Any 5 cards at Texas Hold'em, you take the best 5 and use those. Forget about the other 2. Everybody in Texas Hold'em is going to get 7 cards. You can use the best 5 of those 7. Get rid of the other 2. They don't matter. So when you're playing against somebody, they get 7 cards. They get to make their best 5 against your best 5. Let me give you an example. Last night we played a different game called 7-card stud. Again, it's the same rule applies with a little twist, but the basic rule is in 7-card stud, you're going to just take the best 5 that you have and forget about the other 2. I don't care what game. If you're playing 5-card draw, you're going to take the best 5, and that is your hand. So the object in Texas Hold'em is to take the 7 cards that you have and make the best 5-card hand and try to beat everybody else's hand. Okay, let's look at the cards and see if we can understand this. Now, you can see here everything's in order. I'm going to show you guys a chart. I don't have the chart up right this second, but there is a chart. You know what? I think the chart would help out a lot here. Let me go get my laptop. I think you need to see the chart. It'll start to make sense. If anybody was watching this morning, you saw the chart. And knowing this chart is critical because it determines who has the best hand. So let me bring my laptop outside. This, again, is a tutorial for the people that know nothing about poker, nothing about Texas Hold'em. I want you to play with us. That's Jenga. And that's Jinxie. And that's my wife, son, and daughter that are playing volleyball without me. But I'm going to teach you guys because I never get a free opportunity to do this. Let me fire up my laptop and show you. Yes, Bobby, welcome. Welcome. Bobby, right now, this is a poker class. This is not my usual live stream. We are in a poker class because we started playing poker at night online. And it's very fun. The problem is people said to me, Jeff, I don't know how to play poker. I don't know anything about Texas Holden. Okay, this is where we play. I'll show a video of us playing last night. Let's look at that. There you can see that's I is Rock and Mr. Jordan. We were all playing. So this is how we play every night. And we have a lot of fun doing it. This is the actual game itself. I'm practicing against a bot. The best way to learn is to watch someone else play. Okay, and we're going to do that because it's me against a bot. Now, before we get into actually playing a game, I want you to look at this chart right here. This chart, combinations used to make the best 5-card hand. What do we see at the bottom? Now notice that it's 5 cards in every single scenario, 5 cards. How do we rank them? We've been playing together as a stream. Soon we'll be doing a tournament with no money. Yeah, that is correct. Another reason I want everybody to learn this, and I'm hoping that people overseas rewatch this and learn so they can join in. Because a lot of them said to me, I have no idea how to play. So we're going to give you a good idea. Here's a whole deck of cards in order, 2 through 10, and then you have, as we said before, you can think of this as 11, 12, 13, and 14, but they're called jacks, queens, kings, and aces, but they're in order. So an ace is higher than a queen is higher than a 10, but if we were counting 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, this would be called 5 in a row, a straight, which we're going to see on the computer. But let's look at the worst hand. It's 5 cards and none of them match each other. Then you'll just go by whatever highest card you have. So let's start with that. Let's say I'm playing you, and your best 5 cards out of the whole 7, we each get to play with 7. We make our best 5. If your best 5 cards, none of them match, none of them do anything fancy, it's going to go to whoever has the highest card. So, like it says here on the chart, it shows an ace and then 4 other cards, meaning that if you have an ace in your hand and I only have a king in my hand as my highest card, you're going to win because an ace is higher than a king. You'll start to understand as you play. Next is a pair. A pair, 2 cards that match. Let's look at the table and take an example at this here, right here. Now here, can you see my 7 cards? 1, 2, and everybody shares these 5. You make your best 5 cards out of these 7. The same thing goes for Mr. Bot here. Now, why did he beat me? There's 7 cards. I get these 2, and I make my best 5-card hand. He did the same thing. Let's see why I lost. What are my best 5 cards according to the chart? Well, I see a pair of jacks. That's 1 pair. And out of all these, I don't see anything else. So just a pair of jacks. So if I look, I have one pair. But Mr. Bot over here, what he has is a 10 and a queen. So if he takes these 5 plus his 2, he now has a pair of jacks and a pair of 10s. See this 10? He gets to choose and make the best 5 that he can out of these 7, and he can throw out the 2 worst. He's only interested in making his best 5-card hand something on this chart. Is anyone understanding why he beat me on this hand? This is the essence of Texas Hold'em. If you could get this down, you pretty much got it. All right, let's play another hand, and you can kind of understand. I don't know if they're going to let me continue or not. So if you can understand the order, 2 is the lowest, 3 is next, 4, but then you got to look at the suits. If your best 5 cards all have clubs, that's great. What is that called? Let's look here. A flush is somebody that has all 5 of them have the same suit. If I have this card and the first 5 all have the same suit, they're all hearts. I have 5 spades. I have 5 diamonds. That's great. I have what's called a flush. Anyone starting to understand it? So, what's a straight? I see that a flush is higher than a straight. Oh, a straight is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, if your best 5 cards are in order, that's called a straight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say that these are my 5 cards. 2, 4, 5, 6. Hey, that's in order. That's called a straight. But wait a second, Jeff. Not only is it a straight, but they're all the same suit. So it's a flush. Well, which one is it? It's actually both. If we look on the chart, it's a straight flush. They're all 5 are in order, and they're all the same color suit. Look how high that is on the chart. That's as high as you can go, is a straight flush. The one above it is still a straight flush. It's just a straight flush to ace. Let me show you that one. So these were your last 5, your best 5 cards. What you're seeing on the screen here. This is the highest possible hand in poker. 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. And they're all the same color, which is called a suit. If these were your best 5 out of those 7, this can't lose. It is the highest hand at Texas Holden. So, what would be higher? This straight flush, or if we get rid of the ace and we started at 9, if these were my best 5 cards, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, let's say they were my best 5, but the guy next to me had the ace. He had 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. He would win. His is higher. His straight flush is to the ace, where my straight flush stops at the king. This guy would win who has the straight flush to the ace. Are you starting to get it at all? A little tiny bit? Let's do a practice hand here. See what we get. Guys, if you can get this down, you can start to play with us at night, and it'll be a whole bunch of fun. But like Mr. Jordan said, you've really got to get out there and play. And my computer's not cooperating. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to stop the video right here. The game we're playing is the website is unmasked.poker. So go try it out. This is what it looks like. See if you can try it and see if you have any questions and maybe join in tonight and play some hands. Let's do one hand before I go. It'll be me against Mr. Bot. So here's how the game works. At first, we're each given 2 cards. Remember I said you get 7 total? You get 2 and your opponents get 2. Nobody can see them but you. I have a 5 and a 9. Notice I have some options down here. Okay, I'll be right up. When it's your turn, you're given 3 options. You can hit the white button and get out. You can hit the middle blue button, which is call, which means you want to stay in, but you don't want to bet any more money. Or you can bet more money, the orange button, and you say, hey, I love my cards. I am going to put a lot more money in and keep the game going. In this instance, I'm just going to hit the continue button, the blue one. And let's see if Mr. Bot wants to put any more money in. He didn't. So this is what happens. After you get your 2 cards, you bet. And then they're going to show you 3 of your 7 cards up here. And then we bet. Then they're going to put another card up and we bet. And then one last card to make your 7th card. And we're going to bet. Well, we're going to hold off on the checking and all that just till people start to get the idea, because that really, really confused people at first. We're going to dumb it down as much as we can. So here are my 3 options. It's my turn. So right now, here's 5 of my 7 cards. Do I really have anything? Do any of the colors match? No. Are they in order? No, I don't have anything in order. All I really have is a 9, which is nothing. So I am going to hit continue and not bet any money. But I think Mr. Bot is going to probably put some money in. Oh, he didn't. So they show the next card. There was no betting. Uh-oh. I see 3 hearts. If Mr. Bot is holding 2 hearts, he's got a flush, which we talked about earlier. Remember, it's your best 5. I still have absolutely nothing. I'm just going to hit the continue button, which is check or call. Mr. Bot, let's see if he's going to bet. He didn't bet anything. Uh-oh. Look at the last card, a 9. So I have a pair of 9s. Let's see where that ranks on the chart. 1 pair. I'm all the way down here on the chart, so any of these beat me. Well, do we think Mr. Bot could beat a pair of 9s? I don't think he was looking for a 9. Let's bet $100 and see if he folded, which means we won the game. He said, no way, I don't have anything. He got out and I won the pot. And that's it. And then we would just start another hand. It's really that simple. If you understand the chart, here's a 4 and a 2. I'll hit continue. I don't want to bet any money. They show 3 cards. We bet. They'll show another card. We bet. He bet $2,000. I'll call, even though I normally wouldn't. And there we go. I grab a pair of 2s. And he called. I'm going to call. And the game is over. And I won. He was bluffing. He had a king and a 10. I have a pair of 2s. If we look at the chart, all he had was a high card. And I had 1 pair. So I won. And that's it. That's Texas Hold'em in a nutshell. Can't get much easier than that. So guys, go back and watch this video. And then we'll start to get in a little more particulars. Go to the website. We're going to play poker tonight in a couple hours. I hope you can join in and give it a shot. Try, ask questions, but don't just close off your mind. Don't do that to yourself. Not just with poker, with anything. All right, Mr. Jordan, I'll see you probably in an hour and a half. We'll play some poker and maybe somebody will join in and say, I kind of understand a little bit, enough to at least try, and it will guide you as long as you play. But just keep this in mind. This right here is everything you need to know. There's all the players of the game. They're all in order. And this chart